Hello Marvel Heroes fans, my name is Wilfred and welcome to my channel. Now this episode is Black Bolt pre-order or don't bother. I'm at the test center taking a look at this 61st hero. I can't lost track already of this game Marvel Heroes free to play. In this video, I'm going to go through with you his voiceover as well as the some of this power design, trait design, talent design, and also just talk a little bit about how I feel about testing him in this test center. And also, I'm going to run through a little bit of like a cosmic terminal just to sort of like give you an idea how he plays like. All right. So now, first part of the video is about the costume first. So this is his default costume, which is all new, all different. It's rather alright, a bit it's just kind of black. But of course the better one is the classic costume that is a lot striking, I think, from afar. But you have to pay for that. Or if you have ordered long time ago the advanced pack, then you will have it for free. Alright, so now just a very quick introduction on him, because I think some of you may not have the energy to watch the entire video. So you want to hear from me whether you want to sort of like, I would like to pre-order or don't bother. So here we go. He is a melee hero or range hero. So you can play him as a melee range. If you play him as a ranged, then it will be a pure energy hero. Very much like Gambit. If you play him like a melee, you could go full melee and be physical, or mix a little bit of range to it, be a physical and energy. So like I said, very much like Gambit. From his toolkit point of view, I feel that if you are familiar with this game, if you have played other heroes, it is very similar to quite a lot of heroes that I play. The good news is that you could just pick Black Bolt up and be happy and married with it, because it's just a mesh of all the cooldown. There's nothing really a lot of interaction going on. There are some build variety in the talent design. I think the talent design is still not entirely there yet. There are some tiers that I was wondering, no, I don't want that and that and that. What can I do kind of thing? Same discussion always. So in a way, for some of you who like some different stuff to do, there aren't a lot of different things for you to do, unfortunately. Now, at least from what my perspective it is. There are some kind of mechanism to reset cooldown and stuff like that, but you have seen it in Star-Lord, I think, or some other heroes in the past. So it is what it is. From the survivability perspective, I don't think his melee is really that durable. Maybe just the way that I gear. Right now I can't get any legendary to sort of level up in test center for some strange reason. Previously I could. So I'm going in without legendary, but I'm having a full blessing Odin, because I would like to play a little bit of melee and range, because I can't be very sure what I want to do. And in the end, I think I may want to go for range, so hence you'll see something here. But it's all 69 unique. I managed to sort of like resolve a bug in the sense that, if you take a look at his catalyst, it says that it says something like genetic mutation. So I was trying to equip this. I tried to equip this, and in the end, it is advanced technology system. I have to go full health, as you can imagine. 18,000 health in a melee cosmic environment is not going to fly. And also he is an energy physical hero. Energy fighting hero, making him one of the worst heroes to have an archetype upon. Because with that, then you will not be able to take the, assuming that you have 1,000 infinity point as of now, you will not be able to take the 4% crit and 5% brutal if you choose the attribute. So you can't choose both the attribute and the crit and brutal chance, unlike some other heroes that are not physical and energy. And coincidentally, it's same as Gambit as well. I think Gambit is also, maybe they've changed it, but anyway. So the next bit of the video is about the voice acting. So initially I wanted to show you his voice acting, but looks like the game is not ready for that. So I'm going to skip that part and going to go through his power design. Now he has two power, the Scion of Attilan and also Inhuman Conduit. The Scion of Attilan is more like a melee kind of flavor to it, while the Inhuman Conduit is more like a ranged part. So I'm going to run through a bit of this melee power. I'm zooming a little bit so you can see what's happening. His one is called Close Combat. It's the basic power. He's very much like the Wolverine or X23, whereby you have to regenerate your energy in order to do other stuff that you want to do. So that's one thing you like to at least be aware that. I mean, some of these things still bugged out in the test center. So here's something called inhuman shockwave, which is very much like a weakened power. So it's something like that. And here's something called the split the sky, which just jump in from above and land on target. Something called the swooping strike, which is very much like any other heroes you see these days. Really, really familiar. You can build a barrier like a beast, perhaps. Then you have something called the Regale Mandate, which is a movement power. So imagine you're a bit further here, then you can move it into here. That's it, and punch a few times. You know, like it kind of reminds me a little bit of maybe Moon Knight, the signature, or some of these things that you keep hitting a few times, just like this. All right, so that is his power. Last but not the least, you have something called opening move, also a movement power. So it's from here to say there. That's it. Right. So I don't know how interesting you feel that melee is, but it is what it is. The second one is the range. So I'm going to toggle over the range side. Let you take a look. My personal preference range, though, is a lot more visual effect wise. It seems a bit more interesting to play, and also more because he's kind of fragile when his melee range, at least from test center iteration. Something called the Kurse Sonic Bolt. Now, range wise, there's a couple of options, it seems, but actually it's not an option, because after that you have to take this layer, that layer, and at the end of the day it gives you the kind of like false kind of idea of an option, but you see what I mean. So here's something called the Kurse Sonic Bolt, which is a generator. So you can use this to generate kind of your energy. It takes a while to get there, and after that you have a spender as well, which is the Kurse Blast, which is you can use it as a spender. So this is like a spender, very much like like the Invisible Woman, right? There's something called the, I can't remember what was it, the thing that like a wave like that. So that's one option. Another one you could use is the Kurse Sonic Surge as the spender. So you can use a span, like all this beam here, but then you spend the energy. So as and when your energy is 0, then you have to use back your basic power to charge. So it's like a charge and discharge kind of like an idea, but there are ways to get around it. I think it's a very good, like, yeah, so I don't know whether you find it interesting or not, but that's one thing that you could do. Another one is called the Kurse Sonic Geyser, which is the vulnerability as well. Looks rather nice though. Look at the effect here. I kind of like it. Something called the Terragon Breath, which is like that. You kind of hit the floor. What does that remind you of? One of the animation of the hero. There's so many of them. I kind of get confused. Signature is Killing Word. So with but a mere whisper, your mighty voice decimate the surrounding. It restore energy as well, kind of thing. So something like that. That's it. All right. So that is his power. So I hope you get an idea of what he's like. Next bit, let's talk about his trait and talent. And see how you can customize the way that you want to play your Black Bolt. Talent point of view, crit hit damage 25%, that's decent, but then it's like a fighting energy, so whatever it is. I mean, you're not going to get the attribute, because you're going to go for the crit chance and the brutal chance in the infinity system, unlike other heroes that are non-fighting, non-energy. Energy manipulation, the primary source is you generate energy, and also it's just very much like some of these other heroes that we have. Then you have the flat defense rating, that's one. Melee combatant is 8% reduction, so I presume when you hit with the melee power you get 8% rather than you perpetually get 8%. That's how I feel. But then, because the range is kind of like more durable than a melee right now, I feel that maybe this 8% is being added in anyway. Maybe, what I can do? I can actually test it out for you guys right now to see whether so mine is 42% right now. No? So, no wonder I feel that the range is a little bit more kind of like durable, because anyway, you gain nothing. You do not gain an advantage playing melee. That's what it is. Well, it is what it is, design-wise. First tier, could be a bug though, by the way. First tier, if you are about 30% energy, you regenerate health. If you are sort of like energy full, you gain a buff with a cooldown. Or if you kind of like, when you're below 30% health, your barrier automatically trigger. So depends on what you want. I probably prefer the one that buff my health regen as well as total energy buff. It's kind of a nice balance, a bit of defense, a bit of offense, but you can do what you want. Then the other one is Furies of Tilan. Your Terrigan Breath cooldown increased by 2% and also damage increase. So this one that if you like to use the breath, Terrigan Breath, the one that I've showed you before, then you could do that. Or you can say that I want my Inhuman. By the way, he's a leader of the Inhuman, supposed to be one of the best of the Inhuman clan. Then you could have more charges. But the only thing about this one is that once you gain this one, then you say, well, I want more opening move bonus as well. Opening move is here. But opening move is not really that visually pleasing. It's just one of those things that, you kind of need it, but you just don't really like it kind of thing. So, because if you play melee, then this one may or may not be kind of relevant. I don't know. Then you can have the Quansi Sonic Surge become the Quansi Sonic Torrent, which is very much like the there's a beam that come through slow, but then bosses can't be slow, so this is pretty lousy as well. I rather I don't know, can't do chill, can it? So I don't know, it's not that great. Anyway, the next one is that the Quansi Sonic Barrier transforms into Attilan Leadership, which kind of damage nearby enemy as well as buffing the ally and stuff like that. So instead of bubble that you want to bubble up, you could say, well, I want to sort of like sorry, wrong button. Then you want to like this one is just generic buff, not really a lot of animation though. Or you can say that the Swooping Strike kind of deal more damage. Now Swooping Strike is the one that is here, which is the one that the swooping, this one here. So it is invulnerable while this powers is active. In a way, do you want to shorten its lengthen its cooldown? Up to you. Because I found that for melee, if I do that, kind of like I lose some kind of protection during some period when I'm under attack quite a fair bit. Next one is the Quansi Sonic Blast become the explosion. So remember I mentioned before, the range build has a couple of so-called, like you can charge, discharge. If you don't like the kind of mechanism, you could actually use some of these things to transform the Spirit Spender into the Spender into just a layer with the cooldown. So that's one. Again, slowing enemy. Boss can't be slowed. Then next one is Killing Words, which is signature Killing Words. So what you can do with this Killing Words, couple of things. Either you reset the cooldown of everything you have. So if you play a ranged and you are heavily on the so-called cooldown mechanism, then you can use the Killing Word to reset all the cooldown and kind of spam the cooldown again. So Black Bolt is very much a cooldown management person character. You'll see it later. Or you can say that if you are melee, the Killing Word kind of like buff the melee power, which is kind of nice as well. The third one is that you could also transform the killing kind of like a word into a melee single spender and then just hit the target and become like explosion kind of thing. So up to you. Last tier is this that energy generate while in combat. So it's kind of nice if you prefer to kind of like you may use this one to get by with the spender here, if so you wish to, because once you're in combat, you kind of generate. I haven't really tested fully on this one because it's test center. I don't want to spend too much time testing everything for them as yet. But I think I'd rather have a reliable generator, energy generator, and just play along with that and see how it goes. Next one is that your opening move become the Terrigan Echo. So opening move is the one that I said I don't really fancy that, but you can actually change it into like a more range kind of. You shoot a bow and the bow come back to you. Kind of quite interesting. I'll show you in just a bit if I can. Last one is that the Quansi Sonic Geisha turn into a cosmic confluence. It's beautiful. There's a very nice visual effect, like a column of things inside. So there are a couple of I think this one is more for melee. So there's a couple of build options there. I think the last thing I'd like to highlight is that while he may look quite bland to play, I think for some of you who have been playing this game for quite some time, I think most of us will probably have to unlock him because his synergy is move speed as well as the crit hit rating multiplier. So as you know, this game, after the biggest update ever, the crit and the brutal room is being kind of like enlarged. In some sense, you can get more out from your rating than before. So any multiplier is good. There are many heroes that can multiply generic stat like crit hit So I think most likely it's one of the popular hero synergy that people would like to unlock for the sake of unlocking. And also move speed improvement is always good, because now the game slows down so much. Any big kind of like move speed helps. Alright, so now next speed is really going into the Cosmic Terminal and show you how it plays out in both the melee and range kind of setting. Alright. This is Cosmic Kurse with Black Bolt in the test center. No legendary, because I just can't level 1 in the test center. There's a bug going on, and I'm using the team up step pool. For some strange reason, all these things are grayed out. I think there's a bug going on in the system so far. Now I'm using a melee build, so I'm going to just walk you through a little bit on what the power is, so that you can sort of like relay as and when you see some action and so on. It's something called Split the Sky, which is just like a dash, like many heroes that you see. Something called the Terragon Breath, that's sort of like get to pull the enemy around you. So as you are playing the melee hero, I think it's quite nice to at least get the enemy group in some sense. Something called the Cosmic Confluence, restore energy as well as buff the melee power while you're at it. So it's also nice as a melee as well. Look, I mean the effect is beautiful. I think this is the only effect that I like in the whole melee kind of like power. So then you have something called the Swooping Strikes. That's very much like any other heroes that you see these days. Then the signature, I choose the Master Blow that will just rush to a target and kind of explode on their face. Last but not the least, the opening move that somehow I just have to have it because of whole talent design kind of thing. I don't really like this power at all, to be honest, because it just doesn't look kind of like appetizing. It's very dull and boring. All are physical energy. There's some energy. Okay, so it's physical energy. Yes, I'm trying to play a hybrid hero here. Just because I'm more inclined to play a hybrid hero, but if I can, all right. So this is the Whooping Strike, and I mean, I don't know what you can see here. I think I may need to. I mean, as you can see, the thing is very, very clunky right now. Sometimes the animation I can't move and so on. So let me turn off all the numbers to let you see what's happening, because I find it very, very distractive right now. I can't see anything. This game just can't see anything at all, even with this turn off. So imagine without a health kind of like a catalyst, it will be even worse, way worse actually. So you have to move him out a bit and. Kind of don't stand on bad stuff. I mean, he's rather fragile as a melee, but you can see a whole world of different when it's sort of like become a range hero. So I think if it remained to be like this, I think I would actually play him as a range hero, which kind of I won't be building him as a hybrid then, that because there's no point if I do a melee hero, then there's no point building him as a hybrid hero. All right, so there is one thing here. I've learned that there's sometimes you just have to accept the hero design as it is. So as I can't move, I really looking forward to the whole animation cancellation. Like when I click a button, I really expect it to move, because I want my character to move, not stuck and lose control of my character. Yeah, but they are addressing it right now. But how they're going to address it, I do not know. It is there. Well, okay, I'll address it in another video, all right, about the cancellation. It is like, I think they address it halfway. It is not truly cancellation, I don't think so. It just shorten the animation if you kill up your power. But it's not a true animation as in other MMO that I've played before, whereby sometimes the resource is consumed, and then after that you can cancel halfway, but then you will not realize the full benefit of your channel. So for example, if you're playing Rogue, you have a lot of like signature power, you pop it and realize, oops, I'm at the wrong place, I don't want to look stupid, I will cancel it and do something else. Then at the beginning of the signature, you then can just cancel it and so on. But then because of the whole cooldown layer, they find it a little bit challenging to do that. But anyway, I'll talk about that in another video. Too much to cover here. Anyway, so I'm going to just it helps a lot though, by the way, with the health costume, because previously I wasn't doing a lot of health costume, and it really feel very, very fragile. I was struggling in this very terminal. And also, of course, I have to adjust my playstyle and just dash a little bit more. I do have a lot of charges, so that is one thing that I have to be aware. All right, so yeah, I hope you agree with me that it's just a lot of like cooldown mashing in this like a black bow kind of design, and a lot of there's only a couple of couple of power that I can really appreciate the visual effect, which is the confluence. That's the only thing. And also I think I like the confluence, cosmic confluence, as well as the swooping strike. That's the only two things I like in this game. I mean this melee design. So I'm going to switch to ranged, which is more something that I can't really enjoy more. So now, range one is nice. You can have all this boat that looks really fantastic. Then you have something called, well, this is the same. Oh, not enough energy. Then you have the torrent. Not enough energy. Man, I'm okay. How about? No, I can't. Okay. Anyway, there are a lot of cooldown power, and you have this echo that, oh, you know what? I can do an echo for you guys. So you can do an echo that come back to you, and then yeah. What's up with this like restore 5% energy? That's not enough. Anyhow, let's just roll with it. So I have to go and charge up energy, and now I can do things. I hope you kind of like agree with me that it's quite a lot of things going on here. I don't know why my barrier doesn't look there for me. So I mean, it's a lot. You have a much easier life playing a range, as I hope you can kind of relate and agree. As always, I do not know where my Deadpool is. Oh yeah, he's there. All right. Okay, very much like all the things that you've seen, and then after that you can use the signature to reset all the cooldown and just spam the cooldown again, and that's it. Be awesome. Nothing much really. The barrier actually bumped people out. Oh, nice. There's a whatever caller there. Oh man, you know what? What I regretted is to not. I mean, I should have picked up the splinter. Now I can't even see my screen. the power that's being blocked by it. Okay, so there's energy there, and I've got the. Come on, man, give me my barrier. Why I can't have my barrier? Why can't I have my barrier? Oh, frustration sometimes. Sorry about that. I can use a reset cooldown and go for my nuke power here. So that's it, right? So yeah, I mean, you know, it is just a matter of mashing the cooldown, like a playable team up, perhaps. You know, when team up become playable one day, it'll be like this. Which of course, as a team up, I wouldn't mind. It's just that as a hero, I expect a little bit more that happens. But yeah, very much. Like, you know, mashing cooldown, and then when the signature is up, the time in such a way that you could get the most out from the cooldown itself, then it'd be awesome, alright? A bit like Ultron as well, you think about it. I mean, Ultron plays something like that as well. Yeah. Well, it does seem to kind of take a while though, by the way. So let's see, let's go and destroy a bit more, and I'll use a signature ultimate to just show you how he plays like ultimate, like. So I'm just timing my signature to be the right moment to like now I can just be awesome and do a lot of like thing that all the signature, all the so-called layer that, you know, double layer kind of thing, you know, back-to-back layer if I can. Yeah, the animation delay is very odd. I hope that, you know, I wish there's a UI, you know, kind of recording software that I can show you what I'm clicking versus what the game is responding. It's kind of weird. It's very weird. The whole animation is so off in many ways. So I'm going to just like wrap up this video here. I saved the signature to be the. So I'm going to go in. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go in and pop all this power and then do a signature to reset, and after that use you know, whatever that. What? Oh man, I can't move at all. What on earth, man? Seriously. Oh man, this is so frustrating. Okay, so that is one, and I can pop the cooldown again, and then after that I can do an ultimate, which is very cute, nice, exactly like what you see for Vision. If you remember a Vision signature, let me destroy this guy here. They can't, like, you know, heal the boss. All right, so it's just a matter of mashing the kind of, you know, cooldown power and try not to die while you're at it. Yeah, I suspect you could actually experiment. I mean, in live system, you could experiment using a different spender that probably be more effective than what you see here. Then you know, let me just pop all these things and then do a cooldown kind of thing. Yeah, that's what happened when you don't have a signature. Sorry, the legendary. It does take a while in cosmic environment, but you know, all in all, nothing really worry about. Oh man, that another totem. Yeah, and also this is a test center. I do not know whether he'll be tuned this way. I really hope that he doesn't tune this way. I mean, even without a legendary, it shouldn't be that bad, really. Well, but I mean, you know, for some of you who has been away for in this game for a while, they are slowing down the game tremendously in many ways. I think it's for them to sell the new boost because with that, you know, you farm your gear a little bit slower, and you know you get XP a little bit longer. So all these new booster kind of like makes sense. But that is yet another video to come. So I hope you kind of enjoy this video. There are actually multiple kind of like caution to it. Do let me know in the description below how you feel about Black Bolt in the test center. Would you pre-order or would you don't bother kind of thing? I personally would just unlock it anyway because I have a balance on the Eternal Splinter, also for the hero synergy. But that's about it. I don't really feel him as yet as a hero that can really take it forward kind of thing, because I think in a way I wish our heroes can be a little bit more engaging or more durable or whatnot, but I mean there are many heroes to play anyway. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye.